Okay, friends, we are going to get started on the Land More Clients live class. I am really excited to chat with you guys about how you can get started with your very own run coach business. We do have a variety of people signed up, which makes me really excited. We have some established run coaches. We have some health coaches who are looking to expand their business. So I would love a quick introduction from you guys. Let me know which one of these people sounds like you as you are coming into the training. Are you a high school coach currently, maybe a middle school coach, and you want to start taking your business online? You have a passion for helping people, but let's be honest, the money's not there. It's really hard to support your family on a high school coaching salary. Can I get an amen? The money just isn't flowing out, unfortunately, as I wish it could be. Or are you that online in-person coach? Maybe you've been working as a Beachbody coach for a while. Maybe you've started your own health business online and you're looking to expand your brand with some runners. That's you. I would love it in the comments you type that number 2. So if you're currently a high school coach, give me number 1. If you are that health coach who's looking to expand, give me some number 2. Maybe you are not even a run coach yet. Maybe you want to start your business for the first time. I definitely knew we had some really great people who are starting for the first time. Let's show me. Awesome. I love in the numbers. Got a little bit of numbers all over, some 1s, 2s, 3s. I love that. Maybe some of you are have another reason. And if so, definitely share that with me on the side here as well. Perfect. Love it. We've got new coaches. We've got experienced coaches. Awesome. Well, we are going to address all those things today. This training is definitely applicable to all of you. And I'm just super excited to chat with you guys today about how you can expand your online running business. So let's keep going. I also want to make sure that you guys stay till the very end because I have a really special present for you, as we always have on these fun live trainings. So definitely stick around, ask questions, and know that we have a really great bonus for you at the end. Now, I would love to hear in one word, who got you into running? The thing I love about run coaches is we always have these awesome running stories. So I would love to hear from you. How did you start running? Did you have a family member who got you into it? Maybe a friend? Who got you into running in the first place? For me, it was my high school coach. So I was a track and field athlete. I had absolutely no running ability at all. In fact, I'd never run more than a mile in my life. It was actually a fun fact about me. When I ran the 1200 in middle school because they needed someone to run the distance medley, I cried. So I was not a runner. And I'm sure many of you have had a very similar experience. And I got approached while I was long jumping at practice and got asked or approached saying that I would love for you to run cross country in the fall. Now, my high school is about to shut down their high school running team, and things are not looking good for the high school cross country team. So first, it was almost like not cool to run there. And second, I could have never run more than a mile in my life, let alone run cross country. I thought it was like, I knew it was over 2 miles, but 3, I could never do that. I literally remember him asking me this question, this new coach who was coming in to take over the program and make a big change. And I laughed in his face and I said, I don't think this is a good fit for me. But something about the vision he casted, he talked about cross-country camp. He talked about state championships, league championships, district championships. He casted this beautiful vision and transformation. He even brought up me running in college, which were things I had never thought about in my life. But the vision he was casting was quite beautiful to me. So I said, what the heck? I'll show up to summer practice. We'll see how this goes. And let me tell you what, friends, my running was transformed from then on out. I joined the cross country team within our first year. We had 20 girls. We were district champions. We were 10th in the region. I think we were top 3 in the league. And so many great things were happening. By my senior year, we actually qualified for state. Our 4x8 team, which he actually got to coach as well, placed 8th at state. And these were just huge accomplishments that I never, ever, ever thought I could do. And from that moment on, I knew that I had to tell everyone about this sport. it truly was changing my life more than just, you know, experiencing accomplishments, but this new sense of discipline I had, these new friendships that I was having. I literally from the second started running was coaching. I was coaching the middle school team, the elementary team. I was a captain in college and in high school, and I just fell in love with the sport. But as many of you have probably faced, running isn't always this beautiful, glorious, awesome thing. Sometimes it's hard, right? And we face struggles as runners, and we know our runners and clients are facing these struggles as well. A lot of times our clients, and me especially through college, really struggled with the weight gain piece. I was training harder than I ever had and was gaining a ton of weight. In fact, I came into college as a runner and gained 20 pounds. Even though I was eating salad, I was working out really hard, and it was a struggle. I was overtraining a lot as well. I was always stressed about my times and being faster and being top 7. And it gave me horrible sleep apnea. I was stressed. I felt like all the time. I didn't really enjoy races, to be honest with you. It's weird. I had this passion and love for it in high school, and the joy of it kind of got lost in the midst of college running. And it was very frustrating and hard. Granted, I cannot say I had a horrible college experience. I had a wonderful team. Some of my teammates are still the best of friends. But it was still a struggle with a lot of internal things and external things with my own self that I was facing. And then, of course, as many of you know, maybe who've also run in college or have been a part of just having that community of people around you all the time to keep you accountable, you leave and then you're left on your own. Luckily, I did marry a runner. Unfortunately, he's much faster than me. So when we got married, we moved away 12 hours from home to the East Coast, and I had no running buddies. And it was hard. I struggled with my running for a while, and I thought, man, there has to be a better way. I love coaching people. I love helping people have that community. I'm sick of feeling like horrible about my running. I need to make a change. So I started choosing to invest in myself, actually. When we moved to Maryland, I was a second grade math teacher, which I absolutely loved. Very, very quickly after we got married, we got pregnant, which was out of the plan, but definitely a huge, huge blessing now that we look back. And I knew that teaching just wasn't what I needed to be doing. I loved teaching very, very much, but I had this burning desire to help people train. I had a passion to really just revolve the running in my personal life and help people experience that transformative feeling I felt back in high school and, having this full-on experience with running. So I knew I wanted to give that to people. So I started looking around, I started praying a lot and asking God to give me a platform to help people get healthier, to be better runners. And I came across something called Team Inspire. So some of you may have seen this Team Inspire bouncing around on Instagram or Facebook. We're basically a team of Beachbody coaches. So you're like, oh, you're one of those Beachbody coaches. Maybe you've had some bad experiences with them. I started first as a Beachbody coach, and I learned the business basics from that. And that was really the first step for me for kind of taking control of my personal health, for learning the proper strategies for caring for myself and learning business basics. So then I could, when the school year ended after I have my daughter, could stay home, run a business, and be a mom, because I wanted to be all of those things very, very well. And I knew I couldn't figure this out on my own. I was a second grade teacher. Sure, I had the math background, but I knew nothing about running a business. I'm just this normal old person trying to figure out how to help people run smarter. And many of you know in the online space, it's not necessarily about how knowledgeable of a running coach you are. A lot of times it's simply about how good of a marketer you are and the timing in the marketplace. So I was able to learn some of these skills first from Team Inspire. So I started learning the business basics as a Beachbody coach, and then realized, you know what, I need to niche down. I know I'm meant to work with runners, and I need to kind of use the profits that I've earned as a Beachbody coach to invest in myself again and to actually hire a mentor. So luckily my mentor was my upline in my Beachbody team. And I reached out to her and said, look, I have this vision. I have this burning desire to help people run. I am willing to pay you to help me learn how to do it. Because like I said, I had the running skills, I had the knowledge of a coach, but I didn't know how to get clients. So she was a huge help there. And she helped me create the business Coach Jasmine. So now we've been running Coach Jasmine for almost a year, which is beyond exciting. And I have this really great platform where I'm able to teach runners to train smarter, not harder. So they're able to avoid some of those pain points that I and maybe many of you have also faced as a run coach, where we're gaining weight and we're not eating enough, or we're eating too much, or we're not eating the right things. I'm able to help girls run the ideal pace for them. I'm able to teach them to use food as their fuel source and not their comfort, which I think many of us struggle with as women, using food as comfort in maybe stressful or difficult times. I'm also able to help women time their nutrition with their workouts. And it's kind of funny, the Beachbody partnership actually does still help me. It's very much a good passive income stream for my business, which means money I'm not having to work for. My busy clients who maybe don't have time to make a full-on breakfast or lunch are able to use Shakeology as an ideal refuel. For those of you run coaches who are into the macronutrition, when I add a banana to my Shakeology, it's the ideal carb to protein ratio for my runners. So very good refuel for runners, whole food nutrition, not exactly cheap, but it's not made cheap. So it's really the perfect thing for a runner to have after a workout. And I'm able to provide these. So my brand is able to be very holistic through this time that I learned first as a Team Inspire coach, and then taking time to dive in, invest in myself, and learn effective marketing strategy, which is what we're going to dive into today. I know you as a run coach want to work with your ideal client. Here's some of my ideal clients here on the page, women that just fuel me to work with. And those women are out there for you. They are just waiting to find you. They're struggling. They need to know how to fit running into their busy schedule, how to work out as a mom, or maybe you want to work with elite athletes or pro athletes. They're out there waiting for your support. And I'm telling you that with effective marketing strategy, they can absolutely find you. And this is both beneficial for them and you. You're able to provide them with great services, and you're able to be fueled by working with people who are ideal for you. So let's absolutely dive into that. I did want to add one slide here just as a reminder to you. We talked about this a little bit in the Run Coach Business Starter program last week, which is the 5-day course. I can send details on you. If you weren't in that course, just email me at info@coachjasmine.com. Before you start, period, there are some things you have to have in line. I'm not going to go in detail with these things, but most people think, well, I just need to get a running certification, or I need to wait for the RRCA to be near me to start coaching. Well, that's actually not true. You technically don't need a run cert, but more importantly, you need to make sure you have your clients sign waivers and liability forms that have been checked over by a lawyer or a mentor in your life. You need to have run coach insurance and an LLC. Now, you don't need all of those at once. It's just a matter of how much risk you want to take. The thing you're avoiding is just having people sue you, which isn't a fun thing to talk about. I've not ran into that issue yet. It's just basically a safety net for you to protect yourself. So definitely feel like if you're like, oh, I don't have these things in place, I have questions about it, totally email me. I can send you some of my templates and help you, put you in the right direction as to where you can go to get some of these things. But no, it actually does not start with the run cert. Typically what I recommend for my girls is to get the insurance and the waivers, start making profits, then start thinking about an LLC and a run cert later down the road. Okay. So ask questions definitely if you have questions about that in the comments, or email me and I will totally send you the information I have on these topics. But we got to dive into this really effective 3-step formula. As we mentioned before, we want to get people in our programs. We want to work with the ideal people. And we can do this in a very simple 3-step strategy. We get a really great funnel and we optimize it as time goes on. So in these next slides, we're going to talk about the most quick and effective way to get a list of highly qualified leads for your business. So that means people who you could be working with, who would be ideal for you to work with. We're also going to talk about this one secret habit that's probably going to make you say, duh, why didn't I think of that? When you get these new leads. And then I'm going to teach you some very practical ways to confidently engage with your runners so they will be all about entering your program. So let's absolutely get started. The first thing we're going to dive into is building that list of highly qualified leads. And we're going to do this through something called a lead magnet, or an ESO, which is an early stage offer. These big fancy words are basically just another word for a free opt-in exchange for their contact information. So here's an example of one that I have shared with my runners in the past. This is a core exercises for runners routine. So I might put a post on Instagram and say, hey runners, are you looking to mix up your core routine? Leave your email below or click the link and I will send you my core exercises for runners routine. It doesn't have to be a workout routine, as you'll see I've listed below. You can do a free 5-day group, a live training like this, a free workout, some type of free download PDF, whatever your people need. My people love free workouts. So that's the thing I probably do the most of. But pull your audience, see what they like, and create something for them that they can get a feel for who you are as a coach. It's not likely that's, at least in this time, that people are going to see a post on Facebook for the first time and they're going to buy your product. That's just not the world we live in anymore. There's white noise all over the internet, people always trying to sell something, and people want to see your value first. So here's a great way for them to get to know you and for you to see people who are interested in the services that you provide. So here's an example of the landing page, which if some of these words are over your head, we're definitely going to have a conversation about this at the end. But what I do is when I do a post on Instagram or Facebook, I drive them to something what's called a landing page. So this is the sign up page. You don't have to do that at first. You can just have them leave their email on an Instagram post to keep it simple. But for me, I'm at a place where things need to be automated. And I think many of you are at that place as well. You don't have time to import people into your contacts. So you need a little bit of systems and streamlines in place. So this is actually the very first thing that pops up on my website. So if people type in coachjasmine.com, this pops up first. They're able to click that get my plan, put their email in, they're on my email list, and they're automatically directed to my download. I have their information saved, and then they're able to get their workout and get to know me a little bit as a coach. So here's a few ideas of places that you can promote or market and drive people to your landing page. So first, we're putting out teasers on social, and then we're driving them to a place where they can sign up. So a great place to do this is organically on Instagram or Facebook posts, using really good hashtags or sharing this in private groups that people would find very valuable. One of the most effective ways to get visibility right now in the marketplace is by doing live video. A little bit of background information, Periscope and Facebook are kind of competing with each other. Periscope is owned by Twitter, and the Periscope app came out, which is a live broadcasting app. Facebook came along and said, hey, we would like to buy you. Periscope says no. Facebook says, okay, well, we're just going to create our own then. And since Facebook is full of billions of users, I think it's about 1 billion users, and they're wanting to compete, Facebook is using their algorithms to bump this up in your newsfeed. So you might have noticed more in your newsfeed, you're seeing these live video options. So take advantage of that. Talk about your early stage offer on a live video to get more of your followers seeing what you're doing, which means more opt-ins for your download. It would also be very beneficial for you to do a targeted Facebook ad. So this isn't an ad that you run to any random people. This is an ad where we literally talk about your ideal client, and we find pages that they follow. We talk about some of the behaviors they have, and we find them, which might sound a little creepy that people are probably targeting ads at you, but it's the world we live in, friends. So we have to take advantage of it a little bit. Also, if you currently have an email list, driving people to that specific download is good too, because it gives you an idea of who's interested and in need of some workouts. Now we're going to talk about the secret habit. What is that one thing that is going to set you apart as a run coach, as an online digital marketer? It's honestly not super complicated. It is getting to know the person who opted into your free download. We need to take and have a really great approach where we can actually talk to the people and start building a relationship. Think of getting someone's email address as getting a boy getting a girl's phone number for the first time. They're not quite ready to get married, right? They're just getting to know each other. They share their information. They're talking a little bit. And eventually the boy or the girl is going to ask him out, right? Same exact thing here. Now, we're not asking out on dates, but we are likely at some point going to have to ask people to join into our program. And this is a great way to do it. Typically what I do is when someone opts into my core exercises for runners routine, I actually send them a personal email from me. I say, hey, Sarah, thank you so much for downloading this workout. I truly hope you enjoy it. Definitely using their name in there so they feel and know that it's very individualized. I typically then want to end with asking them a question. I want to know, what do you want to know more about running? What do you want to know more about training for a race, working full time? What do you want to know more about training for a marathon as a mom of 2? asking specific questions so you can get a feel into what their needs are. And then hopefully move into our third step, which I'll talk about here, where we can actually start to address their needs with your program. Now, for those of you who are maybe a little bit more advanced, I really encourage you to have some type of automated follow-up email system so we can keep engaging and building a relationship. The best way I recommend starting is either by using a service called MailChimp or ActiveCampaign. They're $9 or $10 a month. I've actually recently converted to ActiveCampaign, and you can do automated emails, which means as soon as someone gets on your email list, they're getting these automated emails every 1 or 2 days. So you're not constantly logging onto your list and sending them things. They're moving through a queue on their own, which I find really, really beneficial. This is the email template I share to my run coaches that I work with. We start by thanking them, as I mentioned before. We kind of follow up and ask, how did you like the core routine? We remind them maybe we are offering free consults for the month and we're willing to hop on a goal setting call and chat about their running. We have some type of call to action that's no strings attached toward the beginning. Then we start to share the value. A lot of times I share a blog or some tips. We follow up with some maybe client testimonials so they can resonate and see, okay, this girl actually has some credibility. One of the emails I found most powerful for my people is sharing my story. As I had mentioned back in the beginning, I struggled in college as a runner. I ran a lot. I was overtraining. I was stressed. I had an eating disorder. It was not good. And people need to hear that I'm a real person with real struggles and that I've worked to overcome them through investing in myself, whether it be hiring a coach. I've actually done some online programs myself so I can learn how to be a better coach. And people need to hear that. They need to hear that I've struggled. I've been where you are, friend, and I'm here rooting for you. So let them know that you're a real person and share your story with them because our stories are so powerful. I typically then roll into a promotion for them. I let them know, hey, I'm launching this program. You're the first to know about it. Within 24 hours, you get $20 off, or you get this free ebook, or you get something that is going to really cause a sense of urgency and cause them to want to join into your program. And then I remind them one more time before the cart closes for the promotion. So this is something I do share with my runners to give them some structure as they're creating these automated email templates. All right, last step of this equation is to deepen the relationship through a video or phone call. When you are getting started as an online running coach, we have the advantage of being pretty charismatic, knowledgeable people. We want to, in any way we can, deepen the relationship with our people. And one of the most powerful ways to do that is when they can actually hear your voice. But I do know that sales calls can maybe be a little bit scary. I remember the first couple of times I hopped on a call with a potential client and I was so nervous. I would love to hear in the comments. Have you ever had that situation? Maybe someone's interested. They want to ask you some questions about your program and you think, I'm so nervous. I don't want to say something silly. What if they reject me? Have you had those feelings? Because I know I have. And I could say, oh, okay, I'm glad I'm not alone here. I can say I've had some rough calls, but I promise you the one way to get better at it is just to keep doing it. And time again, after I kept doing these calls, I figured out there was a really simple 3-step thing I could do on these calls that truly made them so much more effective. In fact, I rarely now have a call where we get off and we don't convert into a program. The first thing I always make sure I do with my girls who call and want to learn more is I connect with them. Maybe I ask them about their kids, their job. I find a way to resonate so we can both realize, okay, we're on the same page, we're real people, and you care about me as a person. I then make sure I am the one listening. Okay, well, literally one of my calls sometimes, I put my finger over my mouth because I want them to feel heard. This is a time for them to share their struggles with someone who is an expert, right? And I want to hear exactly what they need. So I typically ask questions, how did you get into running? What have you been struggling with in regards to your running? How was your last race performance? Getting a feel for who they are as a runner and hearing their struggles. That's the big thing you want to come out through this call is what is the problem with their running right now? Because then you can share with them how your program can solve their problem. This doesn't have to be slimy. It's truly meant to be a very genuine approach. A lot of times women will share about how their life is crazy and they just don't have time to train. And I'm able to say, look, I can create a running plan that is ideal for you. We can get you ready for a race on 3 runs a week with some strength training, and I will make that happen for you. We'll keep it very simple, and we will make it very enjoyable for you as well. So if you have, the ability to show that we can individualize it for them, maybe for them, they just need an accountability, and you have a great group coaching program that would work for them, share whatever piece they're lacking, direct them to the program that works best. I sometimes get on calls with people and I think, oh, they would definitely be a good fit for my VIP coaching. And after I hear their struggles, I think, no, I actually think their biggest struggle would be better here. Your goal on that call is to listen and hear exactly what they need, and then direct them to the resource that you have that will best help them. So it's not about getting the biggest sale, though sometimes that is nice. It's about directing them to where they need. So we have to be genuine, listen, and be willing to give them exactly what they need, even if it's at a lower cost to us, friends, because that person is going to see your genuine nature. They're going to see, man, if they see that you're genuine and awesome from the beginning, they're much more likely to upsell into a program later or stick with you long term. One thing I also want to mention too is the calls are just as much for you as it is for them. I mentioned these waivers and liability forms they have to worry about, but really the most common sense way to make sure that you're going to thrive working with this person is by getting on a phone call. There's been times I've gotten on a call before and I realized that me and this person were just not going to be a good fit. It just wasn't going to work out. Something about their personality or our moral structure was different. And I typically just direct them to either another coach who I know would be a good fit or to a free resource. So know this is a great way for you to almost see it as an interview, to make sure this person energizes me, I'm excited to work with them, and this is actually going to be beneficial for both of us. We don't want to be desperate and asking for clients all the time. I'd rather you have 2 clients that you are obsessed with, that you love, that give you energy to work with every day, than to have 20 clients who you dread getting on the phone with, because that's not the way we want to live, friends. So know that these calls are just as much for you as they are for them. Now, I do want to mention this strategy has worked for so many run coaches. You can see here, this is a picture of Lindsay Nelson. She just finished my Run Coach Mentorship program last round. And this girl's a rock star, okay? This girl doubled her sales in a month working with me using this exact streamlined process. And she is making such a difference. She does such a good job sharing her genuine story with people. And she is someone who I said energizes me, excites me to work with, and is a seriously wonderful, wonderful woman. One of my other favorite clients who just finished my Run Coach Mentorship program has gotten amazing engagement by using this exact strategy. She has been in business for over 3 years now, so she was ready to take on some Facebook ads, which is what we talked through when we did her individual calls. And as you can see, she got amazing engagement on her Facebook ads. She's got tons of comments, shares, her messages are filling up. So when we're targeting correctly and we're speaking to the exact person we need to speak to, we have that vision and mission of person we want to talk to, this system works. It literally changes your life and the people's life you get to work with. As I said before, businesses are not about making profits and making money. That is a part of it for sure. But at the end of the day, you want to be working with people who just energize you and excite you, and people who are literally begging to come into your programs, right? That's what we want. We want a program like Jamie has. We want you to have tons of comments on your post. We want you to have your private messages full. We want you to have leads so you have people to work with who excite you, maybe who give you the opportunity to leave your full-time job so you can stay home with your kids, or so you can take your passion for your running career and put it into a full-time job online where you can scale, start making 10 figures a month. This can happen for you. The thing that you need is a system. You already have the knowledge as a run coach. Sure, maybe you need to grow, and we're always growing as coaches and learning, and maybe it's time for you to get a new certification. But at the end of the day, for online businesses, it's all about the sales funnel, about driving people through your funnel and getting them to you into your programs, which we are definitely going to start making happen for you today, friend. As you can see here, these are some of the amazing ladies I've gotten to work with who energize me. These are some of my amazing clients. And through this system that I was just talking about, I got to work with these people. Some of these people I knew most of them I haven't. I'm at a place now where I'm getting about 50% of cold market prospects from using this funnel. Okay. So as I said, I invested in a coach. I learned marketing strategy. I've been implementing it for my run coaches and using it in my own personal business. And it allows you to work with people like this, who are willing to put in the work, who are positive, exciting, energetic people, and who want to make a real change in their life. And I want you to have that same exact thing. As I said before, your clients are out there. There are 6 billion users who are active on Facebook there are 1 billion users who are active on Facebook every single day, and they're waiting for you to talk to them and to find them. And we are definitely going to help you get there. So let's think about you. Why did you show up today? I hope it was to grow yourself as a run coach. And I'm so glad to see that you're still engaged in here. Are you maybe established with your online business, but lately you've just been spinning your wheels? You want to get more clients, but you have no idea how. Maybe you just feel like you need that step-by-step blueprint. You need an exact strategy that's going to get those highly qualified leads into your program. Maybe you just feel alone and lost. You feel like you're the only run coach out there, and you want this group of people to come alongside you and help you to grow your business, to bounce ideas off of, to ask questions, to have that mentor who's helping look at your exact business and helping it take it to the next level. If any of these sounds like you, I definitely have the exact solution for you, and it is the Run Coach Mentorship Program. This program, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It's awesome. It's so awesome. Last round, I got to work with 6 run coaches, all of who use this exact funnel and saw massive, massive results. This is what is going to be included in the Run Coach Mentorship Program. As I said before, I'm always looking to make the rounds better. So after speaking to some of my girls, this is what they realized exactly what they need for this round. The biggest benefit you're going to get are these 4 one-on-one strategy calls. So we're actually going to get on the phone and we're going to talk about what you need. Who is your ideal client? What's your why? What's your vision? What's your purpose? We're going to create a sales funnel that gets people in. We're going to talk about, is this ESO working? I'm going to teach you how to test it in the marketplace. If you're ready for a level 2, we will help you set up Facebook ads as well. And you're going to have that individual attention to help you to grow your program. We're also going to do some group coaching calls so you can get to know the other girls, you can ask questions, and you can feel a part of this amazing community. One of my favorite things last round was that we had such great engagement in our group, and the girls were asking ideas. We were sharing our early stage offers, providing each other feedback, sharing our live videos, our content, and it was amazing growth for all of us. As I said before, we're going to give you a step-by-step program for your sales funnels. Each week, we're going to dive into one piece of your sales funnel and give you templates to use to make sure your funnel works. And then when we test it, we're then going to go back and optimize it. So we're going to make it work even better after we've worked on it already. If you're ready for that level 2, we are going to dive into some Facebook ads. But the one thing that's free that we can all use to our advantage is using that live video training. Live video is so effective in the marketplace right now. And I'm going to teach you how you can confidently get on video. You can talk to your clients and people will be instantly engaged and interested in what you have for them. And then we're going to have that mastermind of run coaches to work with as well. It's going to be amazing. And since you're live, we're going to do an awesome live viewer bonus because I appreciate the fact that you have stuck with me, that you know, yes, Jasmine, I want to take my business to the next level and I want to see change. So I have a special present for you. For those of you who choose to save your spot, I'm going to let you save your spot for only $50. This is going to give you time to save up for the investment, as this is an investment. It's not something that's a cheap service you're going to receive. That's because of the value that you are getting through this program. You're going to save your spot for $50. The group is going to start mid-September. That's going to give you time to start to save for the investment. And we can even put you on a payment plan if that's what you need at this time. This program normally runs for $597, and I see it says $20 off, but I'm giving it to you for actually $100 off, and that is going to be at $497. That is such a good value. You're getting 4 calls, you're getting Facebook ad trainings, live video trainings, a full month-long curriculum that gives you a step-by-step blueprint for creating amazing, amazing content for your people. And if you choose to do so within the next 48 hours, I'm going to give you a bonus clarity call. So that means alongside of your 4 calls. We're going to get on a clarity call and we're going to dive in ASAP, like tomorrow if you want to. And we're going to talk about your ideal client, your mission, your vision, your current income streams, and how we can take your business individually to the next level. So you're getting a whole nother bonus call that's all about giving you clarity for your business. So to do so, all you need to do is go to coachjasmine.com/contact. You're going to fill out this pretty form. You're going to tell me your name, your email, and just send me a little message telling me that you're in and you're excited. We're going to chat about it, make sure it's a good fit. We're going to get you signed up and we're going to get you moving literally today. We're going to get you signed up as soon as possible. And we're going to start seeing massive growth in your Run Coach business, friend, which is what I know you want and what you can aspire to have very, very soon, friend. I would love to hear if you guys have any questions about the program. Oh, I love this. We already got some good questions coming here. It says, over what time frame do you send those emails? One every day, one every other day? Oh, good question, Karen. So we're referring back to the email template that we talked about here. I send these about every other day apart, Karen. And that has been really beneficial to me. About every other day seems to be good because if you go too far, people will kind of forget about you. So that's a really good question. Awesome. I love that question. Do you friends have any other questions about the Run Coach Business Starter? So glad that it was helpful for you, friend. I love seeing all your engagement here that you have about your training, how some of you were high school runners and dreaded it. And now that you're, love that we're now running for sanity and we're loving it. Her friends wanted to run, or Mandy's friends wanted to run a 5K back about 12 years ago and she got hooked. Brandy ran in high school and did not enjoy it, but now is loving it. Aisha was a junior high coach. So many amazing professionals on here. Oh, Bridget doesn't enjoy running herself. Oh, Bridget. Well, we can change that, Bridget. I have a mission to make people fall in love with running through my carb cycling boot camp. And I have a money back guarantee if you don't end up like running at the end. So I will get you to like running, Bridget. I promise you. Oh, I love it. We have so many amazing people who've got us into this beautiful sport. And now we're able to give this sport to other people, friends. I am so thankful that you are here. And I hope and pray that you ladies join. I am going to really quickly, if I can, put the link in the comments here. So this is coachjasmine.com/contact. You can click that link and save your spot in the program. So I have the link right there for you to click. I was so thrilled to talk to you ladies. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. How do you get people to find your website? I have free opt-ins, but I'm having a hard time getting people. Kirsten, we can definitely address that on in the program, and we can talk about that in a call as well. We do it through Facebook ads, through email targeting, through hashtags.